It is late. It is almost midnight. And I am not entirely sure why I'm still wide awake, but I pretty much am. And because of the fireworks and stuff, my 6-year-old is in my bed with my wife, which is fine. But it's just kind of hard to get comfy in there. So, and I was kind of stalling because I had the light cycle. I had pushed it back a few hours tonight, and that was really nice because I was able to enjoy like more of each of the different spectrums that go through the day. So anyways, I will walk over there and show it without the orange filter, which is right here. And then I'll flip it back around. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I'm also gonna try to put some music on. Hopefully I don't wake everybody up here in the house, and hopefully this doesn't crash. Let's see if it's gonna crash. Let's see where it might. I don't think it's gonna let it work. Too bad. I think there was a way to do that at one point, where you could add music in the background. Damn, maybe I'm completely wrong about that too. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this for a sec. Nope. Filters, no. Don't want to filter. That flips the camera. Oh yeah, that's our new cat. Cheddar. Hey, Cheddar. 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 How's it going, buddy? What are you doing? Hey, Cheddar boy. Huh. You're definitely nocturnal. Now you know to stay away from the fish, right? We can admire it together. That's about it. We'll never disturb any of them. He already looks guilty. Hey, Cheddar. Well, anyways, he is an actual good boy. So I'm not too worried about him, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm still looking to see if there's a way I can play my own music during this, but I don't think it's possible. Might be possible. Might not. Because I feel like one time I had some on, and then when I went back to the recording, it said something about a copyright. I thought that was kind of pretty crazy that it detected it. Honestly, I might have been playing the music over on that thing. That's probably what it was. Anyway, I'll figure that out in a little bit. I'm gonna go over to the tank and show a little bit of an update here. Hopefully it works. Here we go. So I was just playing around with the light cycle. Some of the zoas are not out right now, so that's a bit of a bummer. Why does it look blurry? I feel like it did this last time too. Bear with me, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Maybe I added a filter last time. I think maybe that was it. It's like the camera isn't as good when you go through YouTube. But maybe that's just common knowledge, I'm not really sure. So in real life, Let's see which one looks right. This one, that one, maybe that one. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay. And I can't go sideways. Boy, YouTube Live is stupid. Alright, so here we go. New triggerfish. Jeez, not a trigger. New pufferfish. Here he is. And he just went face first into that wall. He is pretty interesting. After talking to the girl in the store and reading about him, I'm giving him a try. I am paying very close attention to, I don't have any inverts, but to any of my SPS, or even the LPS, to see, is he pecking at anything? Give him the benefit of the doubt, everybody. I'm going to zoom back out. And I cleaned the heck out of this thing today. I used a metal razor blade scraper and scraped as much of the bottom as I could. And it's nice in this tank because it's painted white underneath. So if you can do that, you get this shine. And it's really a pretty awesome effect. It's just a pain in the butt. And then you've got, oh, hey there. Hi, KJ. Yep, there's the puffer. He's pretty cool. So everybody is pretty happy tonight. Just a few that are not open, and they're all up past their bedtime. They go down in there to sleep, and normally they're in the dark by now. Let's see if I can get up on the... Still kind of blurry back there. There we go. So I moved a bunch of stuff last night, and some of the stuff is in the same general area, but I created a few more like caverns. They need, they need to be able to get away from each other. So now there's a lot of like nooks and crannies, plus there's, wide open space. Let's see. This is what I'm worried about, the puffer. They go after inverts. There's a lot of inverts inside of this. So this is my main concern, and I may very well have to get rid of that puffer in a few days maybe. We'll see. Because this baby's not going anywhere. This is my favorite. One of my favorite parts of this tank is this Christmas worm rock. So he was hanging out by it. He wasn't picking at it. And I found inside of it, there's this little tiny crab. And he is the coolest thing. So let's show him off. If I can find him on the lens. He's gonna be right there. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see that. Do you see that right there? Hang on, I gotta get it just stable. See his claws pointing down? And then his little tentacles or whatever the heck. He's tiny. He's like a couple of millimeters. And those claws are like the tiniest thing. It's not even an inch. And he never moves. He just like lives in that hole. That's all he does. Now, one thing that's not going to live, and I feel bad about this, is this hermit. I might move him downstairs because he will get eaten by that puffer. Other than that, let's just show it around. Kind of hard to see it. Here we go. They're not all opened up. Yeah. That's my favorite acro right there. It's a strawberry shortcake. Doesn't really look like that when I'm looking at it. What I might do is put the lights down to blue. I love this big Zoa mat that's underneath. There's hundreds and hundreds of those. The other day I wanted to just get some cash real quick, so I just put a glove on, and you just push your finger right up under the edge of the mat, and you kind of wiggle it underneath, and you got latex gloves on, so you just go slow, and you start to feel it kind of like just gently kind of pop up, and the mat will just basically go all the way over your finger, and then you can just lift up and it'll tear. And yeah, they like a little bit of them break, but it's fine. And you have gloves on, so just come straight out of the water, and then you'll have just like this line of Zoas. But it only works when you have a mat like that. And that's really, in my life, that's the first mat I've ever been able to get, where it's just like it grows so fast. And they're pretty too. I think they're iron oxide or something. I'm gonna pause this for a second. I'm gonna turn these pumps off and flip the lights down. Hope I don't lose it. If I do, I'll start another one. Yeah, okay. It did still work, I think. Good. Alright, so I turned the pumps off. I did not change the lighting yet. But, on a video, it's probably cool to see from top down. Maybe. Kind of looks not that great. That filter may not be on anymore. Okay, let's see which one looks right. None of them really. Because that one's sort of close. Shoot, let me take my green filter off. And my orange filter. No, that looks weird too. Goodness. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. There are a couple more, but they don't look right. Oh wait, that one might be okay. It's pretty close. Okay, let's try that. Oh crap. What am I doing? Here we go. Yeah, this looks pretty good compared to what I actually see. So, yeah, let's step back for a minute first. I wish I could just show the whole tank. Maybe if I come over here. Ah, darn it. When I turn the return pump off, and the ATO sensor goes crazy. Anyway, yeah, there's the tank. Pretty happy with it. Things are stable now again. Calcium is finally stable. It just was completely messed up for so long. And it all went back to when I tried to dose and did dose all for Reef. And I made a video about that. And honestly, stuff looked great, but I could never get the dosage to I never could get my alkalinity to be stable. and it was like all over the place. And everything in my body knows not to allow that to happen. Apparently, if you use Reef, that can be normal. But instead of knowing that, I just went crazy on the Reef and I just dosed extra all the time and way too much. And I think what happened was like I loaded my rocks with calcium. And when I switched tanks, I could not get my I was having a hard time, I think, getting my alkalinity to go up, if I remember right. I hope that I'm describing it right. And I had been dosing 2-part, and so I stopped dosing calcium completely. Whoops. And I realized that the calcium was not going down for like weeks. And, I'm like, okay, well, so I'm just dosing 1 part basically for like the longest time. It might have even been months before the calcium finally started to drop. And when that happened, then I finally had depleted whatever the heck was in my rock. And I think that's one of those things you gotta be careful with that stuff. And if you don't know how to read proper levels or know what to ignore, if you go in just as a 2-part guy or person and think that you're supposed to have stable alkalinity with it, well, you're going to get in trouble or at least confused. Thinking of a name for him. Probably I'm going to name him Peter Venkman. Peter the Puffer. I think it's the right thing to do. Anyway, let's look at some stuff. AOI. Frog. Yoda. Blasto. Oh man, some kind of tort. Gorgonian. Photosynthetic. Octospawn. Oh man, I'm gonna forget all the Zoe's names, but whatever. Struggling to recover, but doing it. Pearlberry. Yay, I'm now recovering for the millionth time. And continuing to look amazing. Lepto. What is it? Halloween one. Jack-o'-lantern. That's the one. And there's always this guy. He's real cool. The clothes, they love when the pumps are off. I think I need to lower my light flow on here. Another pearlberry. Alright, now let's flip the lights to the normal night settings. Alright, here we go. Back in blue. So yeah, here is the tank with blue. All blue. There's that buffer again. Kinda cool. Pearlberry, struggling. Wonderful Lepto. Love those guys. So man, big colony of some SPS, some Zoas, Ranger Gold, Hammer, Colony, Exospheres, Euros, random stuff. Alright, well, that's about it, I think. Can't really think of a whole lot else to add, except, yeah, just do some two-part, dry skimming, basically. Not really pulling much out. Nutrients are pretty low due to pure blue. What else? Anything really? Nothing. Just scratched everything clean today. Of course, now my filters need to be cleaned, but that's fine. Needed this. It needed a good cleaning. Yeah, my little buddy likes this tank. This is my last night with, had the last few nights off, which has been nice. It was the 4th and then off Friday. So here we are, Saturday night, already now technically Sunday. And, no, we're not going to go up in that. This cat is a night owl too. He's a good boy. He's only been here about a week. I'm trying to get him to behave properly. I want him to be comfortable near the tank. I don't want him to think it's like completely off limits, because I don't want him to get too many ideas. But I also want to make sure he knows there's boundaries. He's done. This tank is one thing, but if he jumped up there, oh my god, can't believe it. Would not be able to live with myself. Yeah, so the only things maintenance-wise coming up that I do want to do is I want to make some more space out of vertical space in here. I have to get this on a shelf. So I want to build a shelf up in here, and I probably want to do like 1, 2, 3 shelves. Now how's that gonna work? Thinking out loud, so I apologize. That's a pretty tall. What I could do is build one back here, like right in the corner. Comes out. Could like come this way, actually. Just a shelf all the way out. And it can go on there. Then I could have a shelf above it. Maybe run the doser pump from that. This makes me super nervous. That's all. For obvious reasons. Yeah, I don't think... Not much else to really talk about. I gotta refill that so that the pH will go up again. Guess I'll turn stuff back on real quick. Alright, cool. So I just flipped the pumps back on. The ATO is gonna go crazy in a minute. So I've gotta fix that before I can close this up. sump is getting a little bit gross. But it's been worse. Alright, so I think that's all for that one. Cool. Yeah, there's the cat again. Never know. There's always a cat lurking. So yeah, this is really, I'm enjoying this tank quite a bit. It's very easy, and I feel comfortable knowing that it's, seems built very well. Everything seemed like it had like good seams, and everything is well aligned. None of the seams look like suspect or anything. So big shout out to Matt's Corals in Gahanna. That's in Ohio. That's where I got it. That place is awesome. If you ever go in there, you need to buy some stuff. They also sell aquariums and they do servicing. So you definitely need to go check that out, because if you're not from the area, you might not know. But around here, if you want to get like, clean stuff at a good price and deal with nice people, to get all three of those is not the easiest thing in the area. So, but if you head to his place, you'll get all three. That's where I got this tank. He brought it, installed it, like literally brought it in here, set everything up, and it's, granted, this is just like flexible tube returns, so it wasn't like super complicated, but he just set it all up, even brought water, started it for me. And then I had, the other tank where I had transferred everything sitting in the corner. That was a terrible but very educational experience. Definitely would have helped to prepare a little bit more for that one. But everything lived, for the most part, aside from a couple of SPS and maybe Azoa. I was pretty pleased with, keeping the bacteria alive is always the main point. So that's in the rocks. You just keep the rocks in water. These guys are fighting over territory lately. That clown is a complete dick. Complete dick. The worst. The sweeper. It's about to sweep its own part up. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad for you. Don't eat yourself. You never know what you'll end up doing when you're doing a stream. There we go. He's gonna be pissed. There's too many obstacles in here. It does not compute. Oh man. He's gonna end up burning my house down by the end of it. Alright, this has nothing to do with the tank, but it is entertaining, in my opinion. Yep. Cat's fine with him too, which is pretty strange, if you ask me. Hey, no. Hey, no, we're not doing that. You need a scratcher over here? I got it. I'll get one. Here. Here, use this. Okay? Use that instead. Much better for that. Cheddar. Come here, Cheddar. Come on, Cheddar. Hey, buddy. Come on. You don't have to hide. Come on. Come on, let's go over here. Oof, good boy. Here. Good Cheddar boy. Here. Cheddar, sit down. Whoa, he did not like that. He did. Not good. I think that vacuum might have scared him more than I thought. Oops. Here we go. Here we go. Back to this again. Yeah, the filter just doesn't look right all of a sudden. I'm not sure about that. Huh, that looks about right. Here. Cool. Yep, that's about what I'm seeing. Pretty close anyway. I really like that Blasto. I think he's, especially when it gets really big, it's gonna be neat. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. I'll do another one sometime soon. Hope you have a nice night or a nice day wherever you are.